Hello, this is Chen from ORPHANED LAND and you're watching Stormbringer TV.
Ken, you are in the band since 1.5 years now?
2011 something.
Yeah, so you are the newest member, so to say. What is it like to be in a very well-known band from one day after the other?
For me, basically it's a dream come true, considering also my age, since I'm also the youngest member in the band. I recently became 21 in Poland, and for me, just I was a big fan of the band, and I know the guys for years. Suddenly seeing it from the other side, for me it's living the dream now.
But I think Yossi Sassi was your guitar teacher too, right?
Not correct. I remember there's a time that I always liked how he plays guitar, so I sat with him a bit about a few tricks, but basically I taught myself most of the guitars.
Okay. And you did the latest album called All Is One.
Yes.
You were involved completely in the album, the making of. What is your contribution to the album? How much did you contribute to the songs?
Well, basically when we started working on the album, it was before I was an official member. Yossi flew to his solo tour or something like that, and Kobe and Uri came to me with previous material they already wrote with Matti, the other guitar player. And in my studio we combined it all and built it with my material, their materials, and other artists. I arranged it all in my studio to be a full homemade album. So basically I gave my heart and all that I have for this album.
So you had a studio on your own at home?
Yeah, so to say. I have.
That's convenient.
Yeah, it did help us since I'm the young generation. You know how they say we were born with computers in our hands.
Yeah.
So I was all familiar with recording softwares and all those techniques. So in 2 months we already had a full homemade album. I worked day and night with just Kobe and Uri sending me notes on the final mixes that I do.
So the old guys learned from you in computer-wise things.
Yeah, I kind of taught them a few tricks here and there.
So you provided some guitar licks for that. So the new album, is there like on the older albums, like on the All Warrior thing, is there a concept behind it, or is it just a connection of loose songs this time?
This time it's not a concept, but you hear it from the beginning to the end as a story, like Mobul or Warrior. But it has the certain theme of All Is One. Not all the songs has some story that related to the All Is One message. Some songs are connected in a way, because we always like to make those progressive moves and somehow connect one thing to another, even from different albums. Those things were always fascinating for us.
But I think the title is self-explanatory for itself. But what's behind it? What it's all is one? I think it's meant religion-wise.
Not entirely correct. People tend to think that we're a religious band, but we do use religion as a motive just for our music, because this is what we have in this world. We have Judaism, Muslims, and Christianity. So we believe we already had that message of All Is One in our music for years, but now we just wanted to say it out loud, that why are we fighting all the time? We should just be people after all. It doesn't matter if he's a Muslim, he's a Christian, and he's a Jew. We don't have to fight and hate each other. Why?
And it should be the message of metal,
Yeah.
in general. But there are countries in the world, and you know it, like Saudi Arabia or things like that, or even Iran, Iraq, where this message don't get through to the politicians there, to the religious leaders there. Because I think a few days back some guys were arrested for 10 years like that for dancing on a car in public, filming it. I've read on the news. So is it in Israel itself? Is it particularly hard to live as a metal musician, a metal fan, to go in public?
No.
Or is it just in the neighboring countries there?
It's all, as far as I know, it's only in Arabic countries that has some sort of. It's not really democracy; it's more a dictatorship, unfortunately. But in Israel, it's democratic and it's not a problem. People do what they want and live their life just free. You know?
But there's this crisis in Syria at the moment.
Yeah.
So how much do you get from that as a neighboring country? I think.
From that, yeah, they're up north.
Yeah.
Above us. We don't. We always have the news that sometimes they want to attack Israel. They don't want to attack. I have no idea actually what's going on. But I have many friends in Syria. They keep telling me they're running away. There are rebels. I just hope that it will all be over because it doesn't feels logical for me that someone wants to kill his own people.
Yeah, it's not logical.
Kill people in general. I don't know why.
But as I hear you speak, sometimes you seem to get used to it. Is it like that?
That's a
There's
reality.
war going on in the neighboring countries.
As far as since I was born, I grew to live in fear of wars. For example, each Israeli has a mask or gas mask in his house just in case. And I know in many countries they always say, "Why do you have that?" Because that's a reality. We have to fear of wars. That's unfortunate, but
you get used to it.
This is a reality.
Yeah. So it's a good sign you recorded the album in I think 3 different countries like Sweden, Turkey, and Israel.
It was a
It's
coincidence.
a sign
but,
for what the album means, I think.
Yeah, it was an interesting coincidence. Then we felt like 3 countries, 3 different religions. Nice.
Yeah. And I think Turkey is the only country only Muslim country where you're allowed to play live there. And what's happening there when you play? How much fans do come from other Arabic countries?
Lots.
Yeah.
Turkey is like a bridge for all those Arabic fans that can't see us in Israel or can't see us in their own country. They just come to Turkey because it's the easiest place to go for them. So each time, even now in our tour, even though we're not in Turkey, but Turkey is usually the place that we just know that every time we see the promoter, we just tell him if you see some guy from Syria, Iraq, any Arabic country, let him in the backstage, we want to meet him.
Cool. But I think the whole problem down there, besides being dictatorships and work there, I think it's religion. Because the religion hate each other a lot. Like you're a Christian, you're a Muslim, you're like something else. Are you a religious person?
No, not really.
Have you been or never been?
Never. I never believed in such so that I think religion in general it was corrupted through the years by men, by mankind. Mankind. Lots of things in the religion. For example, the 10 Commandments.
Yeah.
Beautiful stuff spoken, but in many ways people translate it to their own perspective, and unfortunately most of them got it wrong.
I think the term commandments itself is not very good.
Yeah.
Because it's a command to do something. Like that.
So I believe that many people just got the whole idea quite wrong of religion. And I don't think religion says hate the other.
No, it doesn't. But I think it's used as a tool to oppress each other or something like that. So, besides the band being non-religious or something, the band is playing with religious symbols. Like on the new cover is merging the whole symbols. And I think Kobe he did get on stage with the crown of thorns
Yeah.
kind of stuff like that some years ago, I think. I don't know if he does it now. But what does this mean? What does he want to tell people with that? We all have to suffer in some kind of way.
Well, first of all, the jalaba, the dress he wears, it's basically it's just people. It's also a personal joke that people always tell him that he looks like Jesus.
I thought that from myself.
Yeah. People always tell him, "Oh, you look like Jesus," and he just every time go on stage like that and tell them, "I'm just a simple man. I'm Kobe. I'm not Jesus Christ."
So was it just a joke, or is there any meaning behind this outfit or this dressing up like Jesus?
I think that's just a dress up, not as a joke, of course, but it fitted well us as a band. You know, it's more Oriental and it shows us in a visual way than just going on rock and roll with shorts and shirts and jeans.
Yeah, as it should be.
More unique.
Yeah. Are you yourself coming out of a very music-oriented family?
Yeah, not really, but music. All of my brothers played an instrument and gave it up eventually, so I got most of them. I learned piano when I was young.
But you play a wide variety of instruments, I think, like
Each time I like to add another thing to the collection.
Okay, so anything left to say to our viewers in Stormbringer there?
Not much, but be happy, be positive, and all is one.